Tia e Māori ora, te Atiawa, Ati tō rangatira, tēnā koutou katoa. I ngā maunga whakai I tūnei, whanganui a te ara I hora nei, tēnā koutou. I ngā mana, I ngā reo, I ngā haue whā, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. O le anganga o le whiwhia ma le whawhatai te le whaionga. Ma le aonga nei, mo le au tuwina, o e mātou le whanau so sit itu, awa so mātou manuia. Le atua o manuia ia le linga ifu, le linga ane, le linga atu. Mātoi whatutumuina, awa lava le awa uina, o le toa tele o whanau I le no manai. Whapwhatai, whapwhatai, whapwhatai te le lava. Uturum pere doctrina. Let education make the all-round man. The school's motto is one which inspires and reminds us of the identity that defines Scots College, an identity which has all students in pursuit of excellence during their time here. Virtutum pere doctrina. His Excellency, the Samoan High Commissioner, Mr. Liasi Papali'i Scanlon, His Worship the Mayor, Mr. Justin Lester, Rongatai MP, Mr. Paul Eagle, the Chairman of the Board, Philip Poppy, Headmaster, Mr. Graham Yule and Mr. Maria Yule, Mr. Christian Zachariason and Mrs. Emma Brown, the Board of Governors, distinguished guests, staff, families and friends, and of course, to the young leaders of Scots College Senior School. Now, understanding that the annual Head Prefect speech is an amazing opportunity and honour, it would be remiss of me to not seek inspiration from other graduating speeches in the past. So in preparation for tonight, I came across one speech on YouTube titled Life-Changing Valedictory Speech, made by a student named Carla Kina. In his speech, he used a Rubik's Cube as a symbolic representation of high school life. It was meant to show that college is very much like one big puzzle, and it was, from the very beginning, something quite challenging. But you see to find that by the time you get to the senior year as a year 13, and the challenge that was initially high school is magically solved. Now I can't do what he did, that's why I brought this one over here. But on a serious note, I've been very fortunate to have attended schools such as Scots for the last 7 years. And with it, I take a great amount of teachings, experiences, and lifelong relationships. As has been mentioned previously tonight, the talent produced from the Scots College boys has been incredible. And I've been only one of many who have witnessed the school's achievements go from strength to strength every single year and in all areas of the school. Achievements in which I've seen since my first year at the college in 2012, where I was placed in arguably the worst house at the time, Smith. Smith's dean was none other than Miss Milne, which made it each week a rather eventful one. I remember Miss Milne would attempt to motivate our house performances in the Character Shield by bribing us with a pizza lunch anytime we were placed top 7, which doesn't say much considering that Scots only has 8 houses. But despite our early subpar performances, this was going to be my second home for the next 7 years. And as a proud member of Smith House, I wouldn't have traded those countless 8th places for anything else. It was also in this year that I would meet the previously perceived privileged and academically bright Scots College students that I once ridiculed before my arrival. Little did I know that at the same time, these kids would later be referred to as my best mates. This included my first friend at the college, Billy Simpson, who despite me being quite tall for my age, was twice my size in height and width. But despite moving to Auckland, we remained SC brothers forever. Everyone here will have someone that they recognise as their smart friend, and for me that was Ralph Rodriguez and Louis Davis in Year 7. This meant that on the odd occasion when I felt overwhelmed by the full life of Scots, Ralph would take my weekend maths homework, and Louis would take my weekend English homework, to which they would later return to me on a Monday morning with 9 times out of 10, a perfect score. Jacques Pender, Calvin Schultz and William Stewart have all been #1 supporters since day one, and to call them brothers as a year 13 is truly special. It wouldn't be until 2 years later that I would encounter some talented kids on the 786 express bus from the station. This was Harrison Head, who plays the guitar better than anyone I know, Amol Singh, who's the best freestyle raps in the game, and my close friend Vincent Davis Hurley. Vincent Davis Hurley, yes. Who in the toughest of times has always been there to put a smile on my face no matter what. I love you boys. It is with some of these relationships that I reflect on my time at Scots and recognise that along with the family and staff, it's actually your friends that help get you through tough times. Whether it's the stress of exams or the dying minutes of the rugby match, your friends will be by your side to the end. And at Scots, even as I look around tonight at some of the relationships I've made, Scots has always created an environment that fosters brotherhood, a brotherhood that transcends our time as a Scots pupil. At Scots College, we constantly promote the idea of making the most of our opportunities. And it's fair to say that at a school like Scots, the opportunities are endless. As a scholarship student, I always felt that there was an obligation to serve my school, a means of giving back. And it is for that reason why I tried to give back in the only way I knew how. Ironically, by taking every opportunity that presented itself to me. I was casted as the youngest member in the senior school production fame as a Year 7 by Miss Hall and Miss Eastman. Started the Scots College Choir with Josh Wilson, Mr. Stops and Miss Lowe, which has grown to 50 plus members under the great leadership of Mr. Patterson, Mr. CL and Mr. Lacey. I travelled to Scotland with the pipe band with Marion and Bryant, Mr. Leslie, battled through the IB diploma under Mr. Shakespeare and Mr. McKnight, played premier teams for volleyball, basketball, handball with Brooksy and Keegs, and was able to don the first 15 uniform for the last year of the season with the best brand of brothers I could have asked for. And whilst I thought this was a lot, this is actually in fact an average life of a Scots student. Because at the school you aren't just an academic, because you play first 11 or first 15 as well, so that makes you a sports person. But then again, you're also playing a band, so you're a musician too. You attend the weekly chapels, and you're heavily involved in the student-run initiatives, so you end up becoming what we all know now as the all-round man. And whilst this can be very much like one big puzzle, you have to trust the process and trust in yourself. However, I would be lying if I said that the recipe to the all-round man is only subject to trusting the process in yourself. You have to trust in the school, along with the many people in constant support of your aspirations. And believe me, there are many. To be announced as head prefect this time, the same time last year, was something I would take as the greatest honor, one of the greatest honors of my life. So it's because of this, I would like to acknowledge some of the many who I believe attributed to that you can in fact share in this honor with, some who have been previously mentioned. Firstly, Mr. Yule. You've mentored me from when I was a chubby Year 7 to right now as I take the stage and deliver this speech. You provide an endless amount of opportunities for me to grow as a leader, and I couldn't thank you enough for the support that you've shown throughout my time at Scots. I've been very happy to develop a special relationship with you and your family, so special that now the boys now refer to me as Mr. Yule's son in the quad. So for that, thank you for everything. Mr. Zachariason, I've travelled the world with you, you've taught me maths, but more importantly, you've taught me the importance of organisation. I want to thank you for what you do as a principal of the senior school, but also as a mentor, always willing to impart wisdom of citizenship to both myself and the students. Thank you very much. So my amazing deputy, Mr. Jake Hodder. I didn't think we could get any closer before this year, but to have you by my side as the best support person that you are, you've proven me wrong. The hard work that you've done is a big credit to your family, and I couldn't have asked for a better friend. Just even seeing you tonight makes me incredibly proud to call you a best friend and head of the senior school. God bless you, Jakey. Miss Milne, Miss Belworthy, Mr. Royds, and Mr. Ladrock. There was never a time where I felt afraid to ask for your guidance or your help. Your humour and your wisdom are all things that I will cherish forever, and safe to say I couldn't have made it this far without you. And I'm forever in debt to the relationships I've made with all of you. Measure twice and cut once. Mr. Leslie, Marion, the opportunity to join the pipe band at a young age and play around the world with you all is something that I've grown to be incredibly proud of and grateful of. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. The Pulley Club and the parents, the fact that the school now proudly showcases the Pacific and Māori culture, my culture, the way that it does in recent times, is something that I couldn't have imagined of having at Year 7. Thank you for the way that you made both myself, the leavers, and the Pacific Island leavers of Scots College 2018 feel. To Mr. Cassie, John Fiesel, Smith and Goodhouse, all my teachers and coaches, know that I share a deep appreciation for all that you've done for me, but also for the school. Your work can't go unnoticed. It is also at this time that I want to bring my prayers out to my little brother Jonah Yona to continue to inspire myself and the boys. Peter McKenzie, Josh Wilson, Andrew Tang, Manraj Rahi, Jack Nexted. Thank you for being the greatest of friends, mentors, and support. Your influence has brought me this far, and I only hope that I've been able to build upon your legacy as old boys. I thank God for everything that you continue to do for myself, my family, and my boys here at Scots College. To my family, The Fisos, Salvos, Ovatas, Malus, Marekos, Livaves, Beethams, everything I have done has been in your names, and your undying love is something that I can only try to repay. My grandparents are the greatest inspirations to me, and although they couldn't make it today, I know they will be proud. I love you. I have my amazing Auntie Fo and beautiful cousins Bianca, Denise and Quaid who have travelled many miles to be here tonight. Thank you for everything you've done. And Auntie Mary and Auntie Vivo, thank you for watching over us. To my best friends, my mum and dad, Tissy and Tolalo, you've been my rocks for the past 18 years of my life. Everything I've accomplished is a testament to your hard work and love. Words don't even come close to describing how much you guys mean to me. You have sacrificed so much to ensure that I go to an amazing school, with amazing friends, and have a better life than both of you guys combined. For this, I love you so much. My cousins, but better called siblings, Sophie, Jeremy, Jason, Varna, TJ, my main man Shaq, little brothers Giovanni and Jamal, Daniel Fui, who is only white on the outside. You and my other cousins are an absolute blessing to have. Now, to the men of the honour, the students of Scots College for 2018. Year 11s and Year 12s, you'll be moving forward as the leaders of the college, and I know that the school will be in safe hands. Continue to explore your passions, take the opportunities given, and cherish every single moment that you have with your friends. Because if you're like me, by Year 13, a bit of you will want to rewind that clock a few years back to relive those same moments again. Now, you've heard me talk about my vision for the school, growing champions beyond Scots, and I couldn't think of a better group of champions than my very own class of 2018. We've walked the court together, taken the pitch together, and now that we leave the Plymouth gates for the last time as students together. It's funny to think that despite being born an only child, I stand here delivering my valedictory speech to a whole bunch of brothers. Life at Scots has been a roller coaster with all of you, and I've been so grateful for the memories that you have all created for me. This year in particular has been incredibly memorable with all of you and my Prefect team who have done a really superb job with all your roles. I wish you all nothing but the best for your future endeavours. Whatever path you wish to take, hopefully you can use the learnings and teachings from this place to help guide you through what is even a greater puzzle of adulthood. I love you all, lads. Now, I don't know if this is a life-changing valedictory speech, let alone a good one, but I do know that this is my last chance to address the school that I've grown to know and love. So allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ezekiel Api Tolalo Atilo from Yesu Fiso, and I'm your head boy for 2018. The school has been my home for the past 7 years, to where I've made roughly 950 brothers. I owe everything to God, family, and my friends, and wish nothing but the best for the future of Scots College. I thank everyone here, wish you all a good night, good student period, doctrina, prophesy to the lover.